a lot of developments happened in this chapter of Boruto. To start off, this chapter picks up where the last chapter ended. Kashin Koji, the man with the plan, has infiltrated the Hidden Leaf Village. For some reason, he's able to basically infiltrate unnoticed because his chakra is registered with the village. There's more to this man than meets the eye. But there's some big things I want to talk about in this video. I want to go through the new developments that happened in this chapter. Some crazy stuff, like I didn't expect this type of stuff. So first off, Boruto's Karma Seal has a healing factor. Now, it really seems like we're discovering more and more about the Karma Seal every chapter. This time, we discover that Boruto's wounds seemingly can heal via the Karma Seal's abilities. And this only happened after Momoshiki was evoked from Boruto and Kawaki making the unison sign. So we saw this happen when Boruto and Kawaki were basically sparring to basically learn how to use karma and figure out basically the ins and outs of karma. So Kawaki shoots a blast towards Boruto and says, hey man, I need you to absorb this so you can learn how to do it. So Boruto absorbs the chakra that Kawaki shot at him, and then later on when they did the unison sign, Momoshiki appeared in Boruto's head. So after that, pain went through Boruto and Kawaki, and while that was happening, Boruto's wounds on his hands just healed instantaneously. Like, it was automatically, he didn't really have to do anything. So I feel that this could either be linked to Momoshiki having a form of consciousness, or I feel like it could be karma utilizing the chakra absorbed from the attacks towards healing the user. Like, I feel like they like repurposed the chakra into like healing or something like that. I don't know if that's how it works because it only happened after he absorbed the attack. But at the same time, it could be linked to Momoshiki really still being present in a sense within Boruto. So this is huge for the arsenal of karma abilities, considering that a healing factor can offset all the detrimental effects from usage of karma. And considering it only seemed to awaken once Momoshiki appeared, I feel that it's highly likely there's a connection. Momoshiki, like I said, told Boruto he would no longer be an ordinary individual once he defeated an Otsutsuki. So this ties directly into my next point, the Seal of Rebirth's validity. So a while back when Boruto first received his Karma Seal in the manga, I made a theory called the Seal of Rebirth, which was my name for the karma mark, because I detailed how the seal that Boruto was given by Momoshiki was a form of rebirth for the Otsutsuki member. So it essentially meant that Momoshiki still exists in a sense, while now he's within the seal that marks Boruto. Now, this chapter really gives leverage towards this theory, considering that for the first time since Boruto got the mark, Boruto sees Momoshiki again through interactions with karma. Specifically, when Boruto and Kawaki link fingers for the unison seal, Momoshiki is evoked and pain surges through Boruto and Kawaki. The panel where they had Momoshiki appear, it seemed like Momoshiki was reacting. Just like one of these other videos I made on this topic, the seal seems to be sentient. That means the essence of the seal, like whatever the seal is, it can feel things happening around it. So I feel like from Boruto and Kawaki linking fingers, it really tied into the whole kind of resonance concept that these karma seals, like, they basically bounce off of each other. If one activates, the other's gonna activate. So I feel like it has something to do with that, and the fact that Momoshiki can actually feel the other karma seal once they connected fingers. So hey man, some of my theories, they making sense, man. Well, a lot of my theories, they making sense, man. So the next thing I want to talk about, Kashin Koji's hidden agenda. Now, to even further solidify the assumptions that Kashin Koji was operating on his own agenda, well, it's not really an assumption because we all know this dude do what the hell he want to do. So in this chapter, we hear Koji say that he's counting on Boruto and Kawaki, and he also mentions later in that chapter, once he he's the one who sees that Boruto has healing factor. He sees the healing factor when he's watching Boruto and Kawaki spar. He mentions that if Jigen has that same recovery power as Boruto, it might be a slight problem. So this means that Koji is trying to use Boruto and Kawaki to possibly take down Jigen. So him studying Boruto and Kawaki kind of is allowing him to understand what motives Jigen has towards being interested in Kawaki. So he's trying to just investigate all that he can and just gain a whole bunch of insight regarding this. And it seems like he really doesn't give a care about Jigen, because he seems like he wants to take this dude down at the end of the day. And considering that Kashin Koji already barbecued one of his own fellow teammates, like, I have no doubt in my mind that he wouldn't do the same to Jigen. So I feel like that comment that Koji had about it's probably gonna be a slight problem with Jigen if he has that same ability as Boruto, he's probably saying that because, you know, one of Koji's favorite techniques is the true flames. So those flames don't ever extinguish, and they've been known to basically overbear healing capabilities of people. But from what Boruto is showing, that healing factor might be something vicious. So he's saying I might have to be on some FMA shit, on my Roy Mustang shit, burning Jigen up, just snap, 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 burn. So I mean, like, that was what I got from that comment. Also, my theory about Kashin Koji being the father of Konohamaru benefits from these past couple chapters, considering that Kashin Koji's chakra is registered within Konoha, and Koji knows the logistics of the special unit led by the Yamanaka clan that monitor all those who entered and left Konoha via their chakra. So I assume this would only be known by the Leaf higher ups. Like, how would just some outside dude know all the workings of Konoha? Even though he's in charge of this sector, you really have to be inside the village to basically be knowing some stuff like this. So if Koji, according to my theory, is the third Hokage's son and a former Anbu member that worked with the Hokage, it makes perfect sense to why he has so much insight regarding the inner workings of the village. It just makes sense. So for me, I'm loving the character Kashin Koji right now. He is one of the most interesting things happening in Boruto, just because of his whole outlook on everything and his techniques, dude, like, and his jokes. Like, I don't know, Koji is just a cool dude. Like, he's my favorite character in Boruto right now, just by the way he carries himself, man. So lastly, I want to talk about Delta wanting all that smoke. So we all know that Delta is bent on retrieving Kawaki. She wants the vessel back, no matter the means. She's gonna do what she gotta do. So from the last chapter that we saw Delta, she got left at the Hidden Leaf Village gate because she couldn't come in the village, considering that her chakra wasn't registered with the village. So Kashin Koji ditches her and basically is like, yo, I can finally just be on my own type flow. I don't have to worry about Delta being on some crazy shit. So Delta is sitting there so fed up with waiting. She's like, all right, bet, I'm about to go find Kawaki. So now on some Bionicle shit, she's straight from Lego City at this point. She flips over her cape and shoots a drone out of her back. Like, this girl is a ninja tool, just like Kawaki, just like a lot of other. Kara is just a weird organization now. Like, these are all scientific enhanced individuals at this point, so it seems, because she shoots a drone out of her back, follows up to find where Kawaki's at, and then just like, hey man, Delta activates her rocket boots or rocket heels and basically flies through Konoha, locates the drone that found Kawaki, and pulls up face to face with Naruto, Boruto, Kawaki, and Himawari. Kashin Koji sees this woman basically blasting off through the village, and he's like, yo, this damn fool, what is she doing? I'm just trying to figure out how you thought it would be a good idea to pull up on the 7th Hokage, aka one of the strongest ninjas alive right now. I really hope that Kata is on some other type shit in terms of power and ability. We're really going to see the true power of Kata in the next chapter. Or we're going to see Delta get her shit pulverized by Naruto. So I mean, it could go either way. I want to throw in that from Jump Festa, the comments that Ikimoto actually said about the Boruto manga's future when he was at Jump Festa. He basically said that from here on out in the Boruto series, it's really going to heavily take emphasis around Boruto and Kawaki and basically their battles together or against each other. So he says things will get even more intense and that various ninjutsu and scientific ninja tools will be appearing. And he said that everybody will be surprised by the developments that happen in this manga. And on top of that, he said he will be basically showing the struggles to the death, so unprecedented that you'll never see something like them again. And he says basically anticipate a highly active role for Boruto and Kawaki from now on. So from these comments, also shout out to Organic Dinosaur for translating basically Ikimoto. You can follow him on Twitter, Organic Dinosaur. Yo, Ikimoto, my dude out here like, yo, saying, hey man, this ain't no little kid stuff, man. Like, it's about to be some straight savagery in this Boruto manga. Like, cats about to die in this shit. Like, it's about to get intense. And this is what I like. A lot of people have said Boruto has really changed from Naruto. Hey man, they're really gonna be focusing on these scientific ninja tools and the next generation, the various ninjutsu, like Ikimoto said. It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be struggles to the death. I enjoy that because it actually feels like realistic. It actually feels that there's something on the line when these characters are fighting. Highly anticipating this Boruto manga in the future. But yeah, that was really all I had for this video. Tell me guys what you think about what I had to say. Do you think that basically my assumptions on the Karma Seal's healing factor are correct? Do you see the validity in my theory about the seal of Rebirth? Do you see the validity in my theory about Kashin Koji being a Sarutobi? Kashin Koji Sarutobi. Kashin Koji Sarutobi. That kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It makes sense. So I mean, tell me guys what you think about how my theories are adding up. And do you have any own theories for yourself? Appreciate everybody who made it this far. Thank you for watching. It's been your boy AnimeAnalyst, aka the Young Jiggy Ninja. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.